What advertisers are you working with on the sponsorships and the branded entertainment side?
Sure. I would say, let's see, this year we worked with Hasbro, Warner Brothers, Coors Light, Holiday Inn Express, Baby Bjorn. I'm trying to remember who else. That's probably like the top tier ones, I would say, overall. Oh, Prima Water, water, specialized environmental water bottling company. Then on the branded side, we've done everything from TJ Maxx to Panasonic to a wonderful mini-series we did earlier this year with Kathy Hilton, Paris, and Nikki called Day with the Hiltons, and it was for the launch of Kathy Hilton's new fragrance called My Secret.
That's great. Can you tell me about, that's a really good example of some branded entertainment, I assume probably got a lot of views even compared to the regular content. I mean, how does that sort of differentiator work? Because a lot of branded entertainment can be obviously very entertaining.
Sure, and this series was very entertaining. It was about a mother and daughter who were flown from Cleveland, Ohio, as they call it, Ohio, flown to LA to spend Mother's Day with Kathy, Paris, and Nikki. And they went to the salon together, they got their nails and hair done together, they went shopping on Rodeo Drive, they had brunch. Intermixed and in a quality kind of way were references to her fragrance, were product placements of the fragrance. But if you watched it, you wouldn't realize that it's really for that. That was the vehicle for it. It really was entertaining on its own. It was picked up by TV Guide and distributed over the TV Guide network. It was in People. It was on, I think, Entertainment Tonight and E! News. And I mean, it really got a great, incredible amount of coverage for the event itself. And the paparazzi swarmed all over it when we were shooting it on Rodeo Drive. And you know, the series itself did a little over 5 million views in the first 6 weeks it was out, and there was a considerable jump in the sales of My Secret at Macy's, because at launch time, this was the only campaign really going on at the time, and there was a jump in the sales. So the company that licenses it, has the license to the fragrance, is a DR company, and so they started to identify that, wow, this is, online video can be a vehicle for DR type of campaigns.
Do you think in the future that the lines are going to blur at all with product placement being, you know, not just in branded entertainment but in regular shows as well? And do you think, I mean, could that be the future of revenue models for, you know, for web video?
It's definitely a very powerful model for it. It's hard to buy, and it's hard to quantify the value of a product placement. So I think they will be big dollars when they do happen, and they will represent a real great growth in the dollars in this industry. They're hard to really standardize the buying process. So if you have a title card at the beginning of your video, you can order a certain number of impressions of that title card just as you would of banner ads. You can do the same thing for video, and so it's easy to map, but how do you do that? And you could put a CPM to that. How do you do that for a product placement? If the product is in 5 different shots, is that 5 different impressions of it? It's a little tougher. So what we tend to do is separate that out on the creative budgets and say this is the creative cost of producing this content. But we always make sure we marry the product placements, the thematic type of content with easier to manage and buy title cards, overlays, pre-rolls, post-rolls, so those kinds of things.